Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I'm a spiritual life coach who helps you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. Today, I've got an intuitive message for your journey this week, so let's get started. Ooh, that's nice. We have the World card starting your reading. This is the card to represent you. This is a message of wholeness. Strong message of wholeness. And so whatever happens during this week, remember that you are already whole, and anything or anyone that tries to tell you otherwise is not an ally. Okay, that can be yourself as well, thinking that you need something from the outside, or you need someone for the outside in order to feel XYZ, or in order to have XYZ. This is about knowing that you're whole and fulfilled and balanced on the inside. Okay, let's get a little bit more. We're going to look at beneficial energy for you, King of Cups. Ooh, that's nice. And, oh, interesting. On the other side, we've got King of Wands. And in the middle is Taurus, the world. Now, this is funny because if I were trying to create a storyline for a movie or a book or something, this would be, the complete Taurus in the middle, and then we've got two love interests on the other side vying for that Taurus's attention. And that's really funny, but one of them is, the good guy, and one of them is the not good guy. But let's go deeper into this, because I don't think this is just a Hollywood story for you, Taurus. All right. What is the beneficial energy here is that King of Cups looking at you. So we're looking at the energy of connection, the energy of openness, the energy of love. So coming from that open, balanced heart. And that happens, Taurus, when we understand that we're already whole, and any love that we experience is an extension of our wholeness. When we're in this state, it's so easy to be in this state. When we're not in this state, everything feels like a struggle, because it feels like you're trying to grab and grasp things from the outside. If they only did this, then I'd be happy. If this only happened this way, then I'd be happy. Well, if they'd only change this, then I'd be happy. And this is about learning what true relationship is. True relationship, from our highest and most evolved spiritual selves, are whole people coming together, not to fill any gaps or any flaws in each other, but to share and create something bigger. Okay, if you have cats, I'm partial because I'm a cat person, although I secretly do love dogs, and you have a particularly cat-like cat who doesn't need you, who is very independent, you can kind of understand this. Actually, it helps me understand this, where you have you who doesn't really need the animal. You have the animal who definitely doesn't need you because they're a cat, right? Royalty. But when you're together, there's something special that happens between the two of you. This actually makes me a little bit emotional, because I call my cat my meditation buddy. And when I meditate by myself, there's a different feeling, but when he's in my lap and I'm meditating, the sense of calm is just so much deeper and so much quicker. I can get there on my own, but he helps me get there so much faster. So, you can start to see what happens when people come together from a place of wholeness. The relationship and the benefit, the beneficial energy that happens between, actually is much bigger than any other relationship that's based on need. Because what happens in need-based relationships is that you're always questioning and calculating if the other person is in fact fulfilling a need or not. Or if you're on the receiving end of this, the other person's always measuring you, judging you, questioning you, looking at you. And that doesn't allow either person to be their full self. That doesn't allow either person to be their whole self. But unfortunately, I'm going to get on my little soapbox here. Those are the kinds of relationships that we're kind of conditioned to look for, from culture, from stories, from childhood. My other half, the person that completes me, the person that fulfills me. And Taurus, I believe that we're here to change this at this time. Taurus is the king and queen of self-sufficiency. We don't need anyone else. But when we can approach relationships from that sense of connection, wanting to connect because we are whole, then that can shift the vibration of the entire planet as well as of relationships in general, because then we start to model new relationships. We start to bring higher energy into our world as an example for others. Okay, so let me get back on. All right, now we have the King of Wands on the other side. Now the King of Wands looks out. You see, he looks out independently of this world card. And what that means to me is that if you are looking out, again, looking for the next opportunity, the next thing to complete you, the next project, that's what's holding you back. The other thing that might be coming up for you is looking too far into the future. Fire signs are often prophecy, and you might be trying to get ahead of yourself, trying to see the culmination before it's actually there. This card is asking you just to relish the connection. Be happy with the interaction. Don't worry about where you're going in the future. There's something else trying to come through with that King of Wands, so give me a second. Okay, interesting. This is also about revising opportunities for you. Perhaps you've been trying to manifest opportunities in the past, or there are things that your past self would have jumped at. It looks like there are going to be opportunities coming up, but they're from an outdated desire of yours. So perhaps watch the opportunities you say yes to. Watch how you respond to those opportunities. The universe is kind of running on autopilot, bringing you things that you asked for in the past. But if they're no longer useful, you need to be very clear with yourself and with the universe of, no, that was an old desire. No, thanks. I'd like something new. Okay, so keep yourself updated, basically. Let's get a little bit more. Prince of Cups, man. And the Seven of Pentacles. We're going off in opposite directions. Okay, I need one more. Clarify the difference in direction for me. And of course, they give me something in the middle. The High Priestess. Okay. This trio here is talking about trusting your instincts and being very connected to your intuition. And guess what? There's a little kitty back there. This is a timing card. This is another kind of offer coming through for you. But even more than that, it's about trusting what you're getting from within, not what's coming to you from the outside. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this best, because as we talked about before, these opportunities are going to be coming up. You notice these are on the same sides. This represents the opportunity being offered to you, coming straight to you, and it may look pretty nice. It may look pretty shiny. However, I believe that type of opportunity is kind of like a Trojan horse. There's something hidden in there. And your intuition, looking behind the scenes, she's got her eyes closed, so she's not blinded by these pretty sights, pretty distractions. So really make sure that you're connected to your inner knowing, because you're going to know exactly what to do with the timing. There is something that has to be shifted or cut off, but it needs to happen in the right timing. Absolutely. Okay. And your sense of timing, your intuition inside, that will tell you when. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for sharing your time and energy. I do look forward to doing these readings for you every week. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the spiritual life coaching that I do offer, please check out soulguidancewithadriana.com. There's a link in the description below. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.